Hi, welcome to the channel. This is Moyna Bass Fishes. I'm Jim Moyna. This video is basically a report on day one of competition here at the 2024 Bassmaster Open on Lake Ouachita. So, I'm in 41st place out of 198. Okay, I know it's Lake Ouachita. I just like to say it that way. 41 out of 198. And that's, they paid a 45th. I've got to stay. We got another day tomorrow. So I could fall or I could climb. But right now, I'm so tired and wore out that um, I kind of feel beaten down. And normally I spend a lot of time on my tackle after each day of, each day's competition. But in this case, time. I think I got to use my time just to rest, and it's probably better served that way. I did spend some time at the service yard to have some just minor issues dealt with on some various things. Nothing that kept me from fishing, nothing that hindered my fishing. Just some just minor little questions I had and things I wanted to have the experts have their opinions on. So I spent some time there. And the service yard is where all the um, makers of our equipment. That's where they bring trailers full of backup parts, spare parts, and whether it's Mercury or Ranger or Lowrance or Power Poles or the other. I mean, those are some of my sponsors, or some of the other companies are there as well. Um, they're all there to make sure their pros can get back on the water if something goes awry. But like I said, my issues were non. I mean, they didn't affect my fishing one iota. So, um, yeah, I guess. I mean, well, I can tell you what the issues were because you're probably wondering. So, I had a one of my up one of the up buttons on my power pole. Um, these are the buttons that you mount on the front of the deck, and you just tap them with your foot. Well, one of the buttons, the up button, wouldn't work all the time. Sometimes it would, sometimes it wouldn't. So we did replace that, and then I wanted the Minn Kota guy to listen to my trolling motor, just to listen to it, and he did. Everything's good there. Uh, with Ranger, one of my drains wasn't draining. Like in the splash well, you have a hole in the splash well where water's supposed to drain. Well, it wasn't draining, so somehow it got clogged with mud. I don't know how what this all happened, but it did. So that was another thing. Um, Nothing. I mean, that's not why I didn't go to the service yard for that, because I mean that was something I could have looked at myself. But I'm like, well, as long as I'm here to get this button fixed in my power pole, might as well see what Ranger has to say about this drain. Yeah. So, um, yeah, those were the issues. I'm trying to think if there was anything else. My mind's just fried. I'm too tired. Way too tired right now. And I'm beaten down because, okay, it's back to the fishing. I'm 41 out of 198. At least it's in the money, but I don't know what I'm going to do to catch fish tomorrow. I had 7 bites, 7 keeper bites today. I had the 5 fish that I weighed. I had them all by the halfway point of the day, and I'd never improved in the second half of the day when I totally easily could have, because my smallest fish was probably like 13 and a half inches, which was maybe a pound. It was a chunky spotted bass, so it was maybe a pound 6, a pound 7, something like that. Which is, it would have been so easy to add, add another. If I could have just caught like a 2.5 pounder, I would have added a whole nother pound on my total, which which is which means a lot. Um, and the whole second half of the day, I caught one keeper fish that was smaller than the smallest one I had anyways. So that's it. It was brutal. I feel like I'm really lucky to have what I did, which was 13 pounds 8 ounces, by the way. My biggest one was like 4+ pounder, and it's the first fish I caught all week on a all-terrain jig, uh, and that was the only one that I caught on that jig. And that was actually my fifth. That was my fifth keeper at the time, and boy, that was exciting. And I thought maybe I could duplicate that, but nope. I tried to, but that was just a fluky fish. He wasn't the healthiest looking fish, and sometimes the fish that are not healthy just do bizarre. They don't fall into a pattern anymore. They don't adhere to the rules of the road for fish or for bass. They kind of just they're kind of doing their own thing when they're sick. And this fish, he had like some fungus on him. So I don't know if it's a death fungus or if he's gonna get better. I don't know, but that's sometimes fish get this on them, and this one had it. He fought. I mean, he fought good, and he had power. He fought a good fight. So he had all the strength, that's for sure. But and luckily, when you have as few bites as I had, I had 2 3-pounders. Well, one that was right about 3, one maybe a little over 3, and then that 4-pounder. So all those 3 quality bites, I got them all in the boat. So I didn't lose any quality fish today. So that's a blessing. Otherwise, I mean, who knows where I'd be if I didn't have that 4-pounder. I'd be probably, instead of 41, I'd probably be like 120th or worse. Who knows? Which brings me back to tomorrow. Now, my strategy for tomorrow is I don't know what I'm going to do. I mean, I got a couple. I mean, I know how I can catch a few fish in the morning, because that's what I did this morning. I went to an area where I knew I could catch some fish, and I caught 2, which was kind of underperforming. I thought I was going to catch more than 2, but that's all I caught. And then when I switched up strategies, I mean, immediately I caught one of my 3-pounders. I thought, okay, this is going to be a good day, because I got all, this was after 2 hours, so I still had like 6 hours to go. Like, okay, and then probably 40 minutes later, I caught the other one that was even a little bit bigger. And then about an hour after that, I caught the jig fish. And then I still had half the day to go with not even a 1.5 pounder in the live well. And I could not upgrade. I'm disgusted with that. But that happens. I remember one time on a Beaver Lake tournament many years ago. I remember I had the late flight check-in, which was like 5 o'clock or something like that. And I had 4 fish in the live well, like in the first 30 minutes on Beaver Lake that one year. And I fished all the rest of the day and never filled out my limit. I was so disgusted with myself that time too. In that case, I remember I did lose one keeper, flipping a bush. Gosh, what a deal. I still can't get over that. I had those 4 fish right away. Oh my gosh. And then my coingler caught a 6-pounder behind me, which is huge on that lake. Right behind, I mean, he threw to this standing piece of timber that, I mean, I wasn't thinking much of it, so I didn't even cast to it. And he throws a spinnerbait over there, and wham, 6-pounder. Oh, I wasn't gonna catch it. I was happy for him, and feeling stupid as to why didn't I throw at that log. But anyways, um, so yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna go about it tomorrow. The leader's got 20 pounds, which is pretty good, and a couple 19-pound bags. Anyhow, I think 10th place is like 17. So, but I don't know. I think I got to get rest, and I'll wake up in the morning with a little fire in my belly. The fire's out right now. I'm just too beaten down, too tired. So I'm gonna leave my equipment be, my rods, my reels, my lures. I'm just gonna leave them be. If I got a little time in the morning before takeoff, maybe I'll retie a couple things. But right now, I'm just need that rest for sure. Gosh, I can't believe I didn't catch that last. Another good one. I don't know. It leaves you want when you go a whole half a day and don't catch nothing. It really makes you wonder. I don't know. I gotta sleep on it. I'll have an answer tomorrow. At least eventually. The answer may not come until after I take off to go fish somewhere in the lake. But anyways, uh, thanks for watching, and by golly, if I can hold this position, that would be awesome. 41. I mean, I know that sounds kind of weak, but right now, it just, I don't know. I know how to catch. I can catch fish out here. Let's get it done tomorrow, right? Let's do it. Thanks for watching. Over.